Alright folks, welcome back. It's Chris again here at the Big Toy Auction. We've got a couple more Elvis items for you here. We're going to take you backstage through our cataloging process. We're going to run you through how it works. And we're going to get a couple of quick pictures here as we do so. So welcome. We want to thank you for coming. And we're going to take you through some fun Elvis stuff. First up, we have more items in the catalog. This is Elvis the King, Memorial Collector's Edition. Now, this is about 1977, so sadly his death was still fresh in the hearts and minds of many, and this is a pretty neat magazine to look at the past. Some early years stuff, a lot of black and white photos, Elvis and his fans. Now, this is before a lot of the hidden photos and lost photos started coming out of the woodworks. This is just a pretty neat bunch of stuff to commemorate his hits and his life and legacy. We're going to get a couple of quick photos of it here. We do have the size marker. Now, it doesn't really matter much for a magazine. They're magazine size, but we throw it in there anyway just to give you an idea. So that is the next lot. Now we're going to switch it out. We have coming up next, we have this piece right here. This is Elvis Country Music. Good piece right there. This is from 1980, so this was about 3 years after he had passed. Another tribute to the King right there. And I'm going to get a couple of photos here real quick. Again, the size marker to give you an idea of the size, a little bit oversized, but not much. Elvis on the front in his, looks like the comeback special getup. Some clippings here, I'm not sure of what. We wear the gloves so that we don't get our oils and greases and whatever else from the hands and the fingerprints. Oh, there you go, some Elvis things in there. But it makes it hard to go through these sometimes. But we do it to keep your items protected. These will be coming up in our next auction, our next Antiques and Collectibles auction coming up right near the end of this month. So check that out. There will be information here at the bottom of the screen as you see it. And I'll just take you through, give you a quick idea of what to expect in this magazine. And of course the back of it. Back when you could still do certain advertising. Alright, so that'll give you an idea of this piece. Now, coming up next, we have an interesting magazine. This is The Only Woman Elvis Ever Loved. Let me get it ready here. Again, of all the Elvis stuff that we have, this is the first that's a really a look at. This is the first that's really a look at Elvis. I'm sorry, at Priscilla and her life more so than Elvis and his. Now there is some writing on the cover. Sadly, I'm going to get a couple of photos here. And I do want to point out that the cover itself, if I can get it open, has unfortunately come loose. Now maybe that was done on purpose, maybe because they wanted to use the pinups right here. I will get this shot in the camera so that folks at home in the catalog can see it, but you're seeing it here live, just so that you know. You're buying it for the collectible, or for the information, the interesting photographs and information, memorabilia inside, rather than for its collectible value. That's a pretty neat little painting right there. And some full color items. These are great pinups for putting on the walls, decorating, doing whatever you like. So that's going to give you an idea of this one, and I believe we've seen that painting before. But we'll get a photo of it here right in the back. And we will move on to our next piece. This is Elvis Lives On. As you see it right there, this is from roughly 92, so about 15 years after he had passed. We put the size marker back on there so we can get that in the shots. We do that for the catalog. We usually, our third item in the gallery for each piece is usually a size marker, just to give you an idea. In the catalog, or in the magazine case, it doesn't matter, but we've gotten used to it. So, but this one comes with a giant fold-out poster, and I'll put that right here for the catalog so that they can see it as well. But these are some neat looking photos in here. You got Elvis, you got the Colonel, you got Gladys and his daddy Vernon. So some fun stuff right here. And you got the loves of his life, or at least on screen, as well as some neat photos. This is a pretty neat magazine. If you like Elvis, you're going to like this one. This will be available in our next auction. Again, all the information is available at the bottom in the description, as well as at TheBigToyAuction.com. Now we're moving on here to Elvis 2000. Sounds like a futuristic sci-fi piece, but it is not. It is commemorating around the 23rd rather, anniversary of the passing of the King. So by this point in time, a lot more photos had come out. People were finding all those lost treasure troves of rare and exclusive photos from the King. This has some of those. So it does have the 6 giant foldouts and 16 full-page pinups. Let's make sure that they're in there. I have not checked fully myself, but you start to see that, yes, at least some of them are available. It doesn't look like it's been molested, so I imagine they are. But you check it out yourself here. See some of the photos. A lot of bright, colorful photos in these, so these are pretty fun. More pullouts. So a nice little collectible right here, dating back to 2000, so about 18 years old. Amazingly, it is older now than his passing had been before that, I would imagine. All right. Now, just from a year or two later, you have the 25th anniversary. This is 2002, if I'm not mistaken. And this is with more photos, including of a young Lisa Marie. Kind of a wacky photo right there. And, of course, Elvis later in life getting on his plane. So some interesting things right here, 1935 to 1977. We're going to take you through here real quick. Boom, boom, boom. Some interesting photos. Not sure what's going on there. I don't have a really good angle though to see these, but you do. And you're going to go through. We're going to show you just a few of what to expect here. So you're getting just a kind of a quick glimpse. Elvis and the ladies. And a nice touching quote on the back. So we've got a couple of shots of that real quick, and that will finish up that. Now, interestingly, we have this piece. This is Elvis Then and Now. Elvis Then and Now. This is another 25th anniversary piece from right around that same time, around 2002 or so. Now it is, I believe, sealed. Let me just double check. Yes. All right. Perhaps something has been removed. You can see that right there. There is a hole in the case, but the CD is here. So what may have been removed, I'm not sure, if anything at all. It may have just, snagged on something in the mail. Nevertheless, the magazine is fully intact. It's never been read, obviously. We'll show you the back of it here. I'm going to show you that because it's a little bit nicer of a photo if we do it that way. Comes with this. I'm going to make a note to myself to put that it does have the CD in the catalog. and that will do it for that. Okay, that one should be there. And next up, we have, moving away from the magazines, we have something interesting. Not that the magazines themselves weren't interesting, but something that I have not seen before. Not that I've been looking. This is I Am Elvis, a guide to Elvis impersonators. We focus here on the King a lot at this in this particular collection, this particular catalog. This is some of the folks who make a living as Elvis impersonators. So some interesting ones: a bearded Elvis impersonator, a female impersonator, an African-American impersonator. So you get a lot of different wide variety of who likes to play the King. So check these out, folks. And each one has photos and biography information on each one. This is mostly dating back to roughly their heyday of the 90s. Here we go. Here's Lady Elvis, Janice Kay. And of course, I'm not sure where he is in this, but my personal favorite is Elvis. There he is, Elvis. Check that out, folks. Doing such songs as En el Barrio and Immigration Time. So this is a fun piece right here. Hopefully you've gotten a chance to look over some of these. We do these to allow you to get a feel for what it would be like here in the gallery to actually have these things and touch them and feel them, is why we do this video for you. We're going to take some pictures for the catalog, but sadly the catalog is not quite as good in terms of letting you see exactly what's going on. So that was some neat stuff. These are some Elvises, people who make their living being Elvis, but at the end of the day, in many ways, are fake Elvises. That being said, we are going to move from the fake Elvis to my favorite things of this auction, some fake news. Check this out, folks. We're going to move our size marker right down to here as we show you some of these. Oh boy. You can't really have Elvis without talking about his legacy and what he has done on the cultural scene, and this is a big part of it. As you may have known, ever since Elvis died, right up until early 2000s, I would imagine, there's been speculation that he is alive and living with Bat Boy and doing all numbers of other things. This is a whole bunch of collections of those newspapers, dating back in some cases 25, almost 30 years. So check this out, folks. This is two pieces right here. You're going to get them both in this lot. You got Weekly World News, as well as the Globe. He'll be a star in heaven too. And new wave of Elvis sightings, obviously well over 24 years, no, 14 years. 14 years after his death. So we're going to show you some of these. Oh, I love these. Who doesn't love the fake news? We'll get a couple of shots. Did I get shots of the front? I'm not sure if I did. We'll get shots of the back real quick. And then we'll redo the front shots again, just in case we're here. We may as well. We want to get as much nice photos for the catalog as we possibly can. But check this out, folks. Exactly what you expect from Weekly World News, of course. Fantastic. This is the real fake news stuff. This is fun. All right. So, you're going to get both of these pieces in that lot, and you'll see those coming up You'll see these coming up, of course, in our next TheBigToyAuction.com collectibles auction. So check that out. We'll have the information right down here in the description. And we're going to move on to our next lot. Here it is. Elvis died of a broken heart. Amazingly, National Examiner admitting that he had passed away by that point. As well as, what is going on here? Elvis is alive. So obviously they don't have the same sources. This is in 1982. This is in 1982, August 10th, and 1 week later, they did decide that he died. So I guess it all works out. We're going to move from here. We'll show you the back real quick. You don't really need to see the back. There's nothing on there except just to give you an idea of what was going on in those days. 5 years after he had passed, 35 years ago. It'll give you an idea here. So some fun stuff. Now this is starting to get a little bit brittle. Obviously 35-year-old paper. It wasn't really designed to hold up in the first place. That's the idea behind ephemera. So we will bag this very nicely for you in some newspaper poly bags. Like this. So just so you can see. We will put them in the poly bags like this. And then we're going to move on to the next batch of them. Elvis' Secret Diary found. About time. I'll tell you that. Spending all this time looking for Jimmy Hoffa when we should be looking for Elvis' Secret Diary. And then once again, top government investigators confirm Elvis did not die. So you've seen it here first, folks, at the Big Toy Auction. All right, well, you saw it here. You saw it July 23rd, 1991 first in the sun, but you saw it here maybe a close second. We'll get a couple of shots of it. Same idea as before. You're going to get both of these pieces in one lot. We'll turn them over on the back just so you can see an idea. Nice bomber jacket and a creepy, creepy baby doll. I'll show you a few carrying a Space Aliens baby so you know it's good news. Some more Elvis. This is pretty neat. This is actual almost journalism there. So that's kind of cool. Saws off the arm for the tattoo. So there you go. You get an idea of what to expect in that one. Always fun. You can't go wrong with these old tabloids. People complain about the fake news now, but man, you have not lived until you've seen these. These are fantastic. I haven't seen a Bat Boy yet, but I'm sure we will. So you get an idea. Space Plague. It happens. All right. So that will be up in our collectibles auction near the end of the month. You're welcome to go to TheBigToyAuction.com or to the link in the description and check it out. Next up, we have Elvis the Untold Story, including the last picture. That might be a real picture, if I'm not mistaken. I think that was from his actual funeral. Unlike the bearded pictures you'll see of him later. We'll move the size marker up. And Elvis Presley's Roots. Beretta's exclusive, How TV Show Wrecked My Marriage. I suspect it was probably you shooting your wife that really wrecked your marriage, but I'm no marriage counselor. Where's the Elvis story in this? There it is, just Elvis Presley's Roots, with a picture of Beretta, because why not? Elvis the Untold Story, you get National Enquirer 2 times. 1977. Well, that's pretty tasteless, in that it was September 6th and September 27th, both the same year that the king had died. Nevertheless, neat stuff right here. You're going to get them both. Head on over to TheBigToyAuction.com and you can see, hey, there's Balboa. Let's move it down so we can get it in the photos a little bit better, or in the frame a little bit better. And look at that. I'll show you a little bit of what's inside. By now you kind of have an idea. It's interesting. Little article about Jack Klugman, who sadly just passed not that long ago. Also another bit of kind of modern stuff. So we're going to go through this. All right, we're going to finish up with this. We've got more coming for you, but we're going to finish with this lot for today. Folks, if you enjoyed what you saw here, and who didn't? Elvis. We encourage you to please like and share. Sharing is caring. Especially if you have a friend who's enjoying Elvis memorabilia, is a big Elvis fan. We can certainly offer all of these up. We're going to be doing so at the end of the month. You can start bidding right now through the links at the bottom of the screen. They are right here, somewhere there. You can go to those links and start bidding on these items. You can do that right up until the actual moment that it goes into the ring. We recommend that you stay there with us for the live auction, but if you can't make it, that's okay. You can do it just as a silent auction. Also, if you have any suggestions for us, we've been doing these videos for a while. We enjoy them. If you have any suggestions for us as to what we can make a little bit better, how we can make it more exciting for you, or if there's any issues that you may have had, please let us know. If you like them, we recommend that you follow us at the links, because we're going to be doing more and more of these. These are a way to give you an idea of what is coming up and see it kind of in 3D rather than just the flat images. I'm going to do one more here. This is Drinking Cuts Chance of Heart Attack in Half, but not for the king. And finally, the exclusive story of girls, guns, and drugs. More Elvis stuff, this time the National Enquirer and the Star for our last lot of today, not the last lot of the auction. Certainly there's going to be plenty more. We'll take a couple of pictures of these. There we go. We'll flip them over as we do. To some tobacco ads, which should date this. And then we're going to go right through here. And we'll show you a little bit, I don't want to mangle it, of what to expect inside on these. So that'll give you an idea of what to expect inside these. That's going to do it for us, folks. I just heard a small rip and I want to make sure. No, I think I just caught on there. I don't want to make it seem like I'm trying to cover anything up. We're certainly not. Yeah, that's what it was. It was my glove catching on the thing. So that's going to do it for us, folks. If you have any questions, let us know in the catalog, in the comments rather, or send us an email. If you have items you'd like to sell, please let us know. We're always happy to take your items and do the best we can. We've got a bunch of bidders. Hopefully you will be included amongst them. And we like to get your merchandise out to the broadest audience we possibly can. Sell it via auction to increase your sales. Thanks again, folks, and we look forward to seeing you at the auction.